to Professor Wole Soyinka's criticism of what he described as excessive security deployment around President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's son, Seyi Tinubu, saying that it reflects poorly on Nigeria's security priorities. Speaking at the 20th Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism Awards in Lagos on Tuesday, the literary icon recounted his shock at witnessing what he initially thought was a film shoot at a hotel in Ikoyi. He then jokingly suggested that President Tinubu should have sent his son's security battalion to quell the recent insurrection in the Republic of Benin instead of deploying the Air Force and the military. Let's take a look.
On one of my home visits, this about 2 months ago, I was coming out of a hotel and I saw what looked like a film set. And I looked around. There was nearly a whole battalion occupying the grounds of that hotel, in Ikoyi, right here. So I got back in my car and I asked the driver who that young man was. And he told me. And I saw this SWAT team, a mixture. They were at least heavily armed, at least some 15 or so heavily armed to the teeth security personnel. Looked sufficient to take over a small country, neighboring city like Benin. And I think the next time the president should just call and say, Seyi, go and quell the rebellion over there. Later on, I did some investigative journalism and I inquired, and I found that apparently this is how this young man goes around with his battalion, his heavy armed soldiers. Of course, the road was cleared before his car went out. I stayed until it seemed he was leaving. So next time there's an insurrection, I think the president should just call that young man and say, "Go and put down those stupid people there. You have enough troops under your command, so don't bother me with all these security issues any longer." Let's not overdo things.
Well, this is a bold statement from Nigeria's most revered public intellectual, calling out what many see, but fewer dare to criticize openly. And I'll take George's tweet on X. He wrote, Professor Soyinka's point cuts deeper than the humor in his remarks. When a nation's security architecture is stretched thin, prioritizing the protection of one individual over millions of citizens is a red flag. Nigeria is battling insecurity across several regions, yet we see battalion-level security guarding a private citizen with no constitutional role. This isn't about politics. It's about accountability, resource allocation, and respect for public institutions. Leaders' children are not elected officials. They should not command more armed protection than communities under siege. This culture of entitlement weakens morale, drains capacity, and erodes trust. If we want a secure nation, security must serve the people, not the privileged few. And Dr. Vasi, I'm sure you did see, and you have seen Seyi Tinubu's convoy. I mean, like this ex-user alluded to, it's, like a battalion. And of course, Professor Wole Soyinka said he was shocked. He thought he was in a movie set when he saw one of Seyi Tinubu's convoy. And now we are hearing that we need more boots on ground. I'm sure this whole week, that's what you've said on this table.
Okay. Let me quote Professor Wole Soyinka directly. He said, let's not overdo things.
Yes.
He said, children are not potentates. They are not rulers. They should know their place. I think, everyone should commit that to memory. So the Nobel laureate is right to have been terribly shocked that the son of the president would have such a large convoy, what he calls a battalion. A battalion will be, a company of soldiers and maybe other officials. There is no office called the first son of Nigeria. There is no office in our constitution called the first daughter of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I've had certain anomalous, nomenclatures of that nature. So such positions do not exist. And that's why Professor Soyinka is saying, let us not overdo things. Now, when you place his comment against the background of the fact that there has been an instruction from the president and the IG, Inspector General of Police, that VIP protection should be withdrawn. That those who are protecting VIPs should be civil defense officers. Now, in this particular case, this battalion, were they civil defense officers or were they soldiers and policemen? And you can also ask the question, what makes the son of the president a very important personality? Or makes the...
Is the Ogo Eko? Seyi Tinubu'S?
No, when you look at the protocol list, the son of the president is not a very...
What are you
it's
saying?
Not a very important
Didn't he
personality.
stay ahead of ministers in the protocol list in that
Arab
country that we went
condemned
to?
it. We condemned it.
Ogo Eko?
No, we condemned it when it happened. And it has not happened since then. When he was attending council meetings, even his own father said, no, don't sit in council. So now, in this instance, Professor Soyinka has helped to draw the attention of the president to what is clearly an abuse. And he says, look, children should not be overindulged. They should not have a sense of entitlement. Our message is that the president should take special notice of this message from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and realize that he, having directed...
The message from Wole Soyinka.
From Professor Wole Soyinka. Yeah, from Professor Wole Soyinka. He should then realize that he, having directed that VIP protection is off the books because we need these soldiers to do their legitimate work. We need the policemen to do their legitimate work. Then his own son should not be seen to be going about with soldiers and policemen. He's not a VIP under the protocol list. If he needs protection, they should provide civil defense that they say can be available. He can hire private guards. There are private companies that are out there. No, some of the private companies are licensed. Yes.
Some private companies.
Yes.
They're licensed to carry guns.
In Nigeria. Show me the private
where they will carry baton.
Mention.
They will carry baton.
Private company licensed to carry guns.
They will have relationship with the security agencies. But the president should lead by example and heed the advice of President Wole Soyinka.
Dr. Bati, you will tell us who the VIPs are, since the president's son is not considered a VIP. If I come to you,
it's not a government official.
It's a VVIP.
No,
it's not
very
VIP.
important.
No, it's not a government official.
Very important.
You are correct. He's not a VIP. He's not a VIP. He's
Hold on, wait. I want to come to Rufai on this one. Meanwhile,
I have a question on that.
Yes, on that as well. That's why I asked him. I want to know who the VIPs are. Well, meanwhile, the Nigeria Police Force announced over the weekend that they deployed a special team to make sure that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's order of prohibiting police personnel for VIPs is adhered to. Police spokesperson Benjamin Hundeyin, in a post on X, revealed that the team has commenced a statewide monitoring operation across Lagos and assured members of the public that the Nigeria Police Force will continue to enforce this policy nationwide without fear or favor. Now, they have more police personnel trying to stop police VIPs. So who are this special team that have now been deployed? How many are they? I mean, what really is going on? Rufai, I know you want to tell us who these VVIPs are, but now we also have a team to stop the VIP protocol.
You can see the mockery of Nigeria. The police or President Tinubu made a law that they should withdraw police from VIP. The same law that they've been talking about. You know how many IG have said they should withdraw?
But this is a presidential directive.
So when the presidential directive was made, the police force cannot speak to his own officers. So they have to set up a task force, a team to watch. Somebody will have thought that you just say, okay, everybody come to headquarters and you withdraw, isn't it? But the police does not trust this. It does not trust He's a process.
Well, you heard Michael Kiri.
Wait, he doesn't trust himself. So you have a boy that doesn't trust him. So you have to go and look for task force to implement with him. The police cannot just call.
They're within the police as well, right?
Yeah, the police cannot just call people to say, okay, withdraw that. You know why? Because the withdrawing from VIP will cause problem. You know many police officers are benefiting from VIP, that they are shopping from VIP. You now want to withdraw their retirement benefits. So it will cause big problem for them.
All right.
So that's why. And secondly, I don't know, Dr. Abati, it's obvious you don't live in Nigeria. And with due respect, okay, maybe Professor Soyinka, because he shuttles around the globe, he still lectures, and great one. Is it today Seyi Tinubu has been carrying police protection? Please fact check me. Seyi Tinubu was probably using police protection before his father became president. Fact check me.
Ex-governor's son.
So, and Dr. Abati is saying, who is the VIP? It's not VIP. You are wrong. It's VVVVIP. He's the one and only. Ogo Eko, Ogo Lagos, future governor, Seyi Tinubu. Me o Simbe, I'm not there. It's Dr. Abati. He's saying all sorts about you. I defy my authorities to you. See, battalion, in fact, the ones president you can saw, it's not good enough. Yeah. They should increase more. You know your life is under beginning. You are our future. Ogoeko, please, President Tinubu, increase Seyi Tinubu's security protection. Please, I'm sorry, Ayo. I'm sorry, please. With due respect, ignore Professor Soyinka. He doesn't know what he's saying. No. Increase. Right, obviously, you know I'm being sarcastic.
Yes, being sarcastic.
But I am telling you with humor the depth of the decadence in the system.
All right. I know you had a question. So I know the question borders on whether or not, and I want that to be what we are discussing now. Who are the VIPs? If a president's son is not considered a VIP?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I would have thought that the president's immediate family members have a right to some level of protection by the Nigerian state. And that's what I was going to confirm, because if you look at democracies like America, for instance, where we have a copy system, there's protection for the immediate wife and children. So what I feel is the abuse and the excessive use, because they are politically exposed, at least whilst their parents are in office. I know that in some countries it is up to a certain age, maybe under 16, and in some countries, because they are politically exposed, they have access to state protection. However, what we saw, or what Professor Soyinka describes, is a flagrant abuse of that protection. Because, I mean, he is politically exposed as a result of the fact that his father is president of Nigeria. But when you then have a battalion for Professor Soyinka, who is a family friend, to be shocked and to complain about this, especially at a time when we're talking about the fact that we don't have enough police officers, we don't have enough security operatives, then it is something to talk about. And I think that's where the issue is. It is just an abuse. And the fact that it's not just police president's sons, but even people, normal citizens. I've seen religious leaders go around with police escorts. I've seen people who can afford to pay maybe 30,000 naira a month go around the police escorts. Those are the things that we need to stop.
Police escorts.
Those are the things we need to end.
We have to go.
The first family is entitled to
That's
protection.
The question.
Now, what does the protocol list say?
Yes.
And then Professor Soyinka said, for Seyi Tinubu, the road was closed.
Yeah.
What kind of protection for first family is that? And then number 3, okay, will it be the case that all the children of the president, Seyi Tinubu is not the only son that he has. Yeah. He has daughters too.
Well, I'm sure
so if they want to go anywhere, they will deploy Nigerian police.
Seyi Tinubu is not the only son, but it's Okolomo.
Okay.
Ogoeko.
All right. So now, Dr. Abati, you're also saying that Seyi Tinubu is flouting the protocol because he's not considered VIP at this point. So that means his VIP will be withdrawn as well with this presidential directive.
He has enough money to recruit private guards.
Not ours.
He can apply to civil defense.
I hope that this is a
if the president gives a directive, let other people follow the example.
Very well said.
Even within his own family.
Dr. Abati, with due respect, I want to challenge you. They not born anybody to remove the police protection of Seyi Tinubu.
Not even the IGP.
They don't born away.
The Inspector General of Police.
They don't born away.
Please
Okay.
respect the office of the IG.
They're not born aware.
No.
Maybe the president. The
You think I'm joking?
will
You will see.
Well, Omoyele Sowore raised the point around the man that was detained and alluded to the fact that the president's son is almost more powerful than the IG of police and others because of the fact that he gives a directive. So we need to curtail those excesses.
You are quoting Sowore.
No. I'm saying that example.
You are now quoting the opposition on this table.
No, I'm presenting
you are supporting the opposition.
Seyi Tinubu, I'm not there. It's Dr. Abatio. He doesn't know your word too. Okolomo, Gomina Lola.
All right.
I'm not there.
Very important personal.